Welcome back to Farming Simulator, and today we are going to get the straw baled from the fields that we harvested last time, and then probably progress time through so that we're ready to do the sugarcane harvest in the next video. So roll the intro and get to work. So I think this is going to be the penultimate episode on here. I actually thought this would have been the last episode because between videos I forgot that I hadn't baled the straw up. So probably going to sell it. I think I've got enough straw for the horses. I thought there was a random hay bale in the sugarcane field. It's actually the random hay bale that's stacked up on top of the horse's feed trough. So I'm bouncing around a few ideas for what we do after this series ends. I had planned originally that this would be something that would run right through FS22. But I think we're probably going to pause it because I mentioned it in the Calmston video, I think. Chatting on Discord and kind of tempted by the idea of doing a series on a big US map. So kind of like the West Texas that is, but it's going to be very different. Probably going to focus on arable farming rather than animals like I normally do, and just see how far we can push courseplay and auto drive with big fields with lots of kit, lots of combines, lots of tractors, lots of big seeders, and yeah, something very different from what I would normally do, but I thought it might be fun. It came from reminiscing about before I did YouTube, playing on Wild West, the 16x map, and running lots of big kit, running some stupidly modded fast kit. Might do that, might not. Yeah, it was kind of fun. So that is probably what we're going to do when this series ends, at least for a little while. It probably won't be a long series, a bit like when I did Stone Valley. That was quite short. Yeah, so I'm probably going to run, precision farming and stuff on there like I normally do, but just something different in terms of scale and map and things, and I'm completely ignoring the full bale warning. So yeah, I'm going to do most of this as a time lapse because it's kind of repetitive. So future me will be with you in a bit to finish baling this and get us through to being ready to harvest the sugarcane. And here he is. This is quite future me because I recorded this video quite a while ago. If you keep an eye on the channel, you will know that I haven't posted videos in a few days because it's been a holiday weekend here, and I just haven't felt like finishing recording any of these videos. So back to normal now, hopefully. And yes, this is the penultimate video on the survival challenge. We get all the straw harvested, skip ahead, and I get to September, I think, and realize we need to make some hay. So we do that at the end of the video as well, which is why it's slightly longer than normal for a survival challenge video. I could probably have just let it run out and not worried about it, but I wanted to leave some hay because although, as I said, we're going to go off and do an American series when this finishes, I'm going to pick this series up again, and I don't want to come back to a farm that's missing everything. So yeah, we end up making some hay as well, get a lot of bales off of here. And yeah, you remember in the last video, it might have been in a Calmston video, in a recent video, I said how much better physics were. Yeah, I don't have much fun with the physics in this. I have spotted that the egg price is really good, so we are going to load the eggs on the back of the Unimog and go get those sold really quickly, just because that will help. More cash, always a good thing. We need to take the little grain bed off the back. I could not get that thing to fill in the last couple of videos, so leaving it as a bale trailer will probably be useful because we're going to have a lot of bales to load up. We do end up loading pretty much everything up, which is yeah, not great as the price is not at its best yet. So we'll have to see whether we take a slightly lower price for the straw or if we just wait with the bales on the back. In fact, I think by the time we get to the end of this video we are close, so and so the next video will be the sugarcane harvest. I haven't brought the sugarcane harvester yet, and I'm debating whether I'm going to need a second tractor to run it. I might be okay. Might have to use some coarse plate as well. Some cool mods that have dropped recently, in fact today, which will give you an idea when I'm recording this, on ModHub. Easy Dev Tools finally. How good is that? I haven't looked at it yet, but that thing was a godsend in FS19, and it existed when I started playing, so you know, it was kind of cool. Giants have released some stuff that's been missing as well. Let's just have a look at what we get for these eggs. The 20,000 euros, I'm pretty happy with that. So we're now into the other two fields, and these produce a lot of bales. I can't actually remember how many it is, but yeah, they make a lot of bales. But yeah, so Giants have released some cool mods. Two missing Anderson bale stackers have come out. For the American series that I'm looking at, we've got the Big Bud now, which I'm probably going to use on there because I haven't used it very often. Quick shout out to the channel members, including a new channel member who's at the bottom of the list, if I've remembered to add you on. In fact, I have. There you are. How organised am I? Hey. Yeah, so yeah, it's just not felt like finishing videos off this weekend. Been pretty exhausted, so just took a break from it really. I did play Farm Sim. I actually finished recording this video. The Chellington? Wow. Calmsden video and the Greenlands videos will all be coming out this week. Greenlands one is a weird one. For those of you that like long videos, you'll like the Greenlands video. Most of that I actually recorded when I had some time during last week, and then didn't get to finish it until over the weekend, and haven't actually finished editing it yet, so got to do that before Wednesday, probably, when it will come out. Thursday now actually, because this was supposed to come out yesterday, but I just didn't have the motivation to get it finished. Just getting this filled up. Sorry, it's a bit of a down video today. Well, commentary. It's probably fine when I recorded the video, but, you know, lots of bales off of here, and yeah, I do end up having to manually stack them all. I was really tempted to go and buy a bale auto stacker for this because there were so many, and see with this series I'm not leasing anything, but I was really tempted to go and buy one, load all the bales up, sell them, and there's 27 bales off. I feel it's load all the bales up, sell them, and then sell the bale stacker, but it felt a bit cheaty. So yeah, I do end up loading them all up with the I use the John Deere because we need the reach of the front loader. Might have been easier if I could use the skid steer, but it just doesn't reach high enough. We really need a telehandler in the future with this series. So yeah, this is going to continue. It's just going to take a bit of a break, and it's going to continue on a new map. I don't know which one yet. Atkinson Park is getting a lot of publicity at the moment, so that might be an option. That might be a really cool option for taking this forwards. I never played Atkinson Park when it was out on FS19. It came out when I had a pretty full schedule, and I had a look around it and I used it for something, but I can't remember what. But I never actually played a series on there, so that might be quite cool. I think it has the essential item for me, which is a cow yard. Am I ever going to do a series that doesn't have? This is the first time in ages I have done a series that doesn't have cows in it. Greenlands, cows. Calmsden, I almost said Chellington, cows. I have the, if you're on Discord, I have a multiplayer running where I have, have you guessed it, cows. I like doing dairy farms. So that's going to be the interesting thing with the new series, is that it's not going to be a dairy farm. I'm not going to have any animals. The nice thing about that is I can probably run at a quicker pace because I'm not doing grass work. So it's it'll be precision farming, and it's going to be, you know, arable crops. So should be a much quicker turnaround through the year. Might even do 1 day months, just so there's less skipping time. Let's get these bales loaded up. You're getting late in the evening in July. The other thing that I do is switch to 1 day months, and that kicks in again just because at this point we don't need the longer time period. Just managing that through the how fast we're running the clock. So I don't really need 3 day months, which I think is what I have it on, or at least 2 day months, which is what I have it on here. I give up on that bale. So yeah, the bales did not want to behave today, and which is kind of amusing after me saying how good the physics were. I don't, whether it was me, whether I just wasn't in the right frame of mind to bale stack. probably trying to double stack on the bale. This baleful was not the best idea, you know. It's, oh well, we get it done. And I don't show you all of it because I was really struggling. It took me a really long time to get this done. I think I show you the end result, which is this trailer fully stacked, some of them 3 high, and the little load loader we've got, and the pickup all fully stacked. We have so many bales, and that is just these 2 fields. The bales in the other field on the yard go into the horse shed for horses in the future, because they do take straw. We're not giving them straw yet, but we do need to at some point. So, you know, keeping them for that. And I can smell my dinner cooking. It smells really good. I've got roast pork tonight. Need to go and sort that once I finish recording this, and then I need to finish editing this video, because producing these videos is a multi-stage process. So I am watching the edited video rendered in low res so that I can do the commentary, so that I can then time align the commentary to the video in Resolve, which is why I edit in. I then add the music, do all the sound balancing, and then render it and upload it. And I need to try and do that tonight, and it's probably going to be an hour plus render. I'll have to do the render on my good laptop. So one of the things that I have been doing is rendering on my old laptop. I found that if I use a network cable, an Ethernet cable between the two, I can transfer the data much quicker. And that means I can keep my good gaming laptop free to game on, and my old gaming laptop can render the video just fine. It's a bit slower, but it doesn't matter because it just sits in my office rendering away, and then I can still game, which is always good. However, today I will have to use the good laptop to render and upload, so that I've got time to get it rendered tonight before I go to work tomorrow. Yeah. And then tomorrow at some point I need to find time to record the voiceover for Calmston, and then get that edited, finished edited and uploaded. The other thing I'm thinking, I've got a few more precision farming tutorials that I'm thinking of doing. I want to have a look at mulching and rolling and see whether that does anything. I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure it gives the yield bonus still. But I saw someone asking the question on Facebook, and I figured I should maybe have a look and see whether it does, because I have found a lot of the time when you assume things about farm sim, it doesn't always work out well. We have spoken about that on Discord as well. Yeah, and I guess the other thing, if you haven't picked it up in, I don't think actually this might be the first video since it happened. I am now a farming agency ambassador. Don't know what that means yet. I need to have a chat with the alien pool, but hopefully it means some access to cool stuff for you guys in the future. I'll let you know when I know. I think probably going to do a proper announcement on that later this week once I've had a chance to chat with Paul, and it'll either be on Discord and on the kind of community tab on here, or there might be a short video about it. Just so I can let you guys know what hopefully it means for the channel and all that kind of thing. I don't think it's not really going to change anything on the channel. It's they might just give me, you know, easier access to information to share with folks. That's the hope. We do finally need to put water in some things, so yeah, do a round of putting water in everything. The greenhouses have finally used their water. I don't remember the last time I put water in them. Gonna have a look at the hydroponic ones on probably Calmston and maybe Greenlands as well, and see if they're any more productive, run any quicker. And the series has been quite slow because it's been down to 1 video a week, so I'm just going to take the grass out of the horses' water trough, probably a bit nicer for them, and they didn't take much at all. The sheep do need quite a lot, so we're going to do a couple of tankers full for the sheep. There is a little bit of a jump cut here because I can't remember why I had stopped recording for some reason. It's just how it is, you know. So what I'm wondering with this as well is whether I should just start selling everything off that I'm not going to use again and I'm not going to take with me. Problem is, I don't know if we're staying in Europe, mainland Europe, or if we're going the UK or whatever with this, and that will, yeah, kind of limit what we can take, maybe. So So into making some hay. We have quite a nice meadow here, which is left over from where we cleared the trees. So normally when I make hay, I stick the mower on the front of the Unimog and the tedder on the back, and we left a hay bale there last time we made hay. And so I used it in one pass. So this time we're doing it in 2 passes with the tractor, because the Unimog is over with the bale trailer completely full of bales. We also have those logs to sell. The plan was to put those on the train. We may not get round to that before we finish on here. We're not desperate for the cash. I just want to get that stuff harvested, because I've not done it before in Farm Sim at all, really. I think I might have done a contract for it on Oak Field, the Lancy Boy map. I can't remember which of the oaks that is. Sorry, modders, if I doubt you watch, but you know, I'm sure someone will correct me in the comments. I am maybe going to do it on the US series, because we could maybe have like 4 sugarcane harvesters running, and that'd be kind of cool, maybe. So we're almost out of fuel, but the mowing is done, so we need to grab the tedder. You might have caught a glimpse of just how full the bales trailers all are, and we did miss a bale, so we'll stick that on the back of one of the trailers as well. Yeah, there you go, that gives you an idea of how many bales are stacked up. The price is getting better, so probably at the beginning of next episode we will sell those. Let's get the hay tedded out now. Shouldn't take too long, hopefully, and then we'll get this road up. We have our stupidly big windrower. That thing crops up in the sale so many times. I don't know if there's a weighting with how giants do things, but that big old Crone windrower I see in almost every save game I've got for sale. The other thing that crops up a lot is the big Fen 1000. You will see on the next Calmston video that I got really tempted by the Fen 1000 that was on sale. Don't need it at all on that save. I have nothing that needs a tractor that big yet. Kind of hoping it comes back in the sale in the future when maybe we do need it, but at the moment we don't. Yeah, it's really cool, really weird how stuff seems to crop up more often in the sale, some kit than others, and I don't know if that's something giants do with how they weight things. I am running on most saves now the vehicle sale customizer thingy, which I did a tutorial on. I really like that because it just expands the range of used equipment that's available. Which for someone like me is just failing to get the baler out. We actually have to go and get the tractor to do that, and I've started windrowing, so you'll see. So what we end up doing is putting the windrower on the Unimog, I think. Or we may just leave the Unimog there, I can't remember. And what I'm saying, I'm using the that vehicle sale customizer mod on most of my saves now, and the reason I like it is so you can I tend to configure it so it gives a lot more items for sale in the store. The reason that I like that, yes, it's cheaper, and so it's saving me a bunch of money on stuff, but actually it's encouraging me to think about kit I wouldn't normally use, because you probably noticed I tend to use a lot of the same stuff, and that's because just how my brain is. Okay, I don't deal well with change and things like that, so I tend to stick with the same things, and the deals that offers make me think more about using different equipment. So I'm gonna try and stick with it for that reason, and yes, it will mean that I get stuff cheaper, but the benefit in that hopefully is you'll get to see me use a wider variety of stuff that I would normally just ignore. I like doing sugarcane, although that came from doing the courseplay tutorial on sugarcane. It's funnily enough, the sugarcane planter, I'm guessing it might be because I leased it, but the sugarcane planter is in the sales at the moment, and it has been for quite a while, or it keeps cropping up again. Now I do know that some stuff that you lease comes into the store as used, so maybe that, but yeah, it's quite interesting that that keeps cropping up in the sale. So first round of baling done. I did use the Unimog. As I say, it's been a while since I recorded this. Yeah, it's fine that it's got 3 bales on the back, it'll be alright. Yeah, this thing is ridiculous. You would need some massive fields to actually have this be useful. It does fulfill my criteria that it's taking more ground than you'd get in the baler with 2 passes, which generally I don't like to windrow if we can't get more than that. Calmsden is proving to be the exception with the windrower that I buy on there, but you know, I might change that. Again, I was trying to avoid using. Giants released the grass rake that I used to use a lot because it's 8.5 meters and it's cheap. And I was just trying to avoid using that again in FS22 straight away. I think the variety is probably better for content creation, even if I find it tricky to deal with. So pretty much done with the windrow. We just need to get this baled up now, and then we can get them put away. They're going to go in the horse shed as well because the horses and the sheep need hay, so we'll do a mixture. This is a long video to commentate over. Nice need to do this in 2 parts. So hopefully you're enjoying the slightly longer video today. It was a mixture of things. I'm still running the slower time-lapse footage, and I really wanted to get to harvest the sugarcane in the next video, and that's what we're going to do. And it looks like the price should be good, so we are going to be harvesting and selling off the field, which might mean we use a worker or a bit of courseplay for harvesting some of it, so that we can have. I need to buy another trailer. And the plan is to run 2 trailers and have one running, one shuttling sugarcane to the sell point and the other one on the back of the harvester being filled up. Hopefully should be okay. Yeah. And we're pretty much done with getting the baling done, and it's then a case of jumping in the skid steer because we don't need the liftings really high, which is better because I'm really liking the skid steers in FS22. I didn't use them a lot in 19, and yeah, I'm really liking the skid steers in FS22. I was much more of a fan of a telehandler in FS19 because I think they just work well, and I guess the other thing that's come out is the lightweight, which you can connect to most things. So I might need to get one for the skid steer on here. I have found a weird one with that. I had one on the multiplayer, and I couldn't change the color of it. I spent $4 grand trying to paint it massy red, and it kept turning out metallic blue, and I ended up selling it after wasting $4 grand trying to paint it twice. I was not a happy man. It looked kind of dumb being metallic chrome blue on the back of a red massy telehandler. So yeah, I was a bit disappointed with that. Don't know if anyone else has had any experience with that. So we are having more success with getting 2 bales at a time with the pallet forks. Pallet forks make a really good bale handler, I have found. Particularly if you want to do 2 bales at a time, because you can make them wider in FS22. They do really well. Probably relatively unrealistic because it might be hard to shove a pallet fork in a bale. I don't know. I think I've only been close to real world bales a very small number of times. Yeah, and they were hay bales that had been left to rot at a local country park to make wildlife habitat. So they weren't the best example of bales, to be honest. Not too many left, and we will get these in the shed before the rain hits, hopefully. Pretty much done, so I think I'm just going to turn the music up a little bit and say thanks for watching, folks, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you next time on the survival challenge.